Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So, what's eating you? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you in great mental health. I hope everything is going well for you, and life is giving you everything you deserve, honey. Ooh, y'all. If you're new to this channel, well, let me explain to you who I am. I'm a reaction channel, and I do reactions in quite a few different sectors. I was one of the originators, yes, honey, an OG of what is known as the street sector. And within that sector, we talked about dragged, Marcus, the interviewer, slash, I'll talk about that in a minute, of Atlanta street interviews. And so for about a good 6 to 9 months, we took you on a ride with us as content creators and reaction channels talking about Marcus. Now, from what I understand, Marcus has found himself in a new sector trying to pretend like he didn't have some old tea. And then the people found out about his old tea. They must have found some of our old videos. And then they started dragging his ass about it, as they should have. And now Marcus like, oh, they all now let me rewind. So the other night, now I don't really talk about Marcus like that anymore. I don't say what I said about Marcus. I don't call him a pervert. I don't call him a sexual deviant. And let me tell you why. So now I'm about to give you the history. So if you from that new sector that Marcus found, it ain't a new sector. It's an old sector. But Marcus is new to them. So Marcus, like I said, he is the interviewer on that channel. Marcus would do his interviews with, and does his interviews with, homeless people living in Atlanta on or around Peach Street area. I'm not from Atlanta, so I don't know exactly where he finds his folks, but that's where he does his interviews. So I came upon his channel probably a few years ago. I'm listening to the videos. You know, it's other it's other homeless interviewing content out there. And so I'm listening to his, and he started just asking really weird sexual questions. And he wouldn't, like, he would go a little further. It just got weird. So I started making comments about it in his comment section. Like, man, why are you re-traumatizing people? Just a side note, I'm a mental health clinician. Been a clinician for 30 years. Hence my name, Psychology Eats, because I came from the mukbang sector. Just putting a understanding out. All right, so I started saying to him in his comment section, I don't understand why you gotta dig so deep into their sexual trauma, like you assume that everyone that you're talking to has this sexual trauma, childhood sexual trauma, whatever. And you know, the questions, I think what really pissed me off was when he started asking the women if they liked it. It was so creepy. It was so disgusting. And he would ask them after they might have exposed or disclosed that they had been raped by an uncle, by their father, by their brother. He would then ask them if they liked it. And at that point, I was like, no. I need to make reactions to him and just really put it out there. And I thought initially I was like helping to teach him. Like, This is not appropriate to do, Marcus. Later on, as the sector developed, his name has been changed to Mucus. And so, not only did I make videos, initially there was another channel that made videos about Marcus, and this guy actually ran up on him in Atlanta. And Marcus ran away and pulled out his papal, allegedly. So, anywho, after a few, after I had started making videos about him, other content creators went over there. They watched it. They were like, ew, he is so cringy. There were other channels. Then Kiki started talking about him. But first she interviewed him. She interviewed him. And after she interviewed him, she didn't drag him. She didn't do none of that. After she interviewed him, a young lady contacted Kiki to say that her and Marcus had been in a sexual relationship. He had met her on the street. So last night, I think it was, there was a live on Octavius's channel. If you know these people, you know who I'm talking about. Marcus was on the panel. Now, mind you, I'm shocked that any of this is happening just because of the history of everybody and how the street sector started. By the way, I saw somebody in the comment said that PE said that Kiki started the street sector. I never said that. Kiki named it the street sector. It didn't have a name. She named it the street sector. So, anywho, we had no idea as content creators that Marcus was having sexual relationships with some of the females that he was interviewing. We didn't know that was happening until a young lady named Yaya reached out to Kiki. And Kiki then brought her to her channel and exposed all of what was happening. All of Marcus's fetishes, all the dumb shit he liked to do. Like, we found out all of that stuff. Then there was another young lady named Monique. Monique had a channel. So Monique is, in my opinion, Monique is schizophrenic, drug addicted, homeless. Marcus brought this girl back to his apartment where his kids sleep, and attempted to have a sex relationship with her, but Monique bugged out on him and the shit went left. We found that out. It was just a lot of information coming regarding Marcus's inappropriate sexual prowess on these women who were homeless, drug addicted, mentally ill, many of them. And then we found out later, then comes Sunny. Sunny is the young lady who is disabled. She was disabled as a result of a car accident. Marcus, on camera, started asking this girl all kinds of inappropriate sexual questions. It was so cringy. Well, he convinced her, she's young, that he wanted to have a relationship with her. We watched all of that on the channel. Then all of that fell apart. After that, we watched another young lady. There was also a young lady that Marcus was in a relationship with. That was a homeless girl from his channel. That he eventually moved this young lady into his parents' home. So, because she was living with him, so that he could have access to other women and still have her on the side. This is a scandal that we all watched for over a year. And Marcus, eventually on Kiki's channel, admitted to 95% of this bullshit. And at one point said he was wrong. Well, I think I was wrong. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have started relationships with people off my channel. Kind of, sort of in those words. He ain't never learned their lesson from none of it. Because most recently, last year, or was it last year, one of the females, Yaya, the one that told us everything, he linked back up with her and took her on a vacation, and they both looked so cringy. It was sad to watch. So yes, Marcus, they're digging up your old dirt. You did it. You did all of that. You brought this bullshit to your channel. I don't know why you roaming around the goddamn internet looking for friends anyway. They're gonna find out your dirt. And if you don't want nobody to know your dirt, then stay your ass on Peach Street and keep interviewing people. Because when people with like-minded values, morals, not like yours, like mine, find out the way you are operating, they're going to think you're cringy, disgusting, and out of pocket. So then I go on Marcus' recent live, and he want everybody to clap him up because Chris, one of his regulars, is finally in a mental health placement. Well, I don't know how much Marcus had to do with that. You make more money when Chris is living under a bridge, and you can go and get him to start talking dumb shit under a bridge. I don't ever remember Marcus taking nobody to a help center or none of that. I know you hang out at the help center looking for people. That's how you found West Indies. Let me tell y'all something. I can go on and on about Marcus. Marcus will never get nothing out of me but what he getting in a video like this. This is it. Marcus ain't never learned shit. Marcus don't think he did shit wrong at the end of the day. His value system and moral caliber is so far left from mine. Me and him could never be on the same page. Ever. Ever. So I forgot a lot of stuff because shit happened almost 2 years ago. But if you want to know more, go on my page. Go down. You're going to see the videos. It'll give you an overview of y'all. If this new sector, which is an old sector, but if they want to rehash all this shit, go at it. I don't give a damn. I hope you do. Anywho, y'all, if I forgot something, comment down below.